Hey guys, and welcome back to the first racing episode of F124. As you may be seeing here, I am in the middle of qualifying, and yes, this is the end of Q1, and this is my second lap in Q1. So as we are starting this episode, we are in the middle and basically drawing to the end of qualifying 1. So let's finish the last lap in Q1, and we can go from Q2, Q3, and we can go from there. This is it. At the moment we were 2/10 up on our time before, which gets us into Q2, but only puts us 13th. But we do, as I believe, we make it to Q2. I believe we make it to Q2. As I see here, we do make it to Q2, but the surprising one here is the two kick Saubers in P9 and P11, and our times at the moment are really bad. There's no funny people gone yet. I still find it weird that the Alpines are so bad at the moment. Who made it on P1 at the moment? Through Q1. Okay. Moving on to Q2. Let's try and make it out into Q3. Let's go in our old tyres for the first lap in Q2. Right. Right, here we go. This is us going on to our first lap in Q1. In Q2, should I say. Warm these bad boy tyres up firstly. Let's go. These up. This is my first lap in Q2 on worn tyres. Let's see how we go. We do have a kick Sauber behind us, so hopefully he don't get in the way. And our teammate and the Ferrari are further up, so hopefully they're on a lap and they won't get in our way. Team 1 was nice. Hit the apex, almost hitting the cone. Nice start. So far, let's keep this up. The rear end was starting to go there, because if you look at the tyres, they are worn to bits. As Alex Albon sets the first time. We seem to be going a lot quicker. Fernando Alonso gets a lot better. So far, this seems like a good lap, because in our first 2 laps, this corner and the corner before, that hairpin, the rear end, this bit here used to kick out. So far it's looking good. Session update.
1 minute 29.8.
Yeah, take the curb, use all this curb, because that's the best way to maximise your lap. Power as early as possible, using all the curb. A little bit of overtake, as much overtake as you possibly want to use. That should be enough. On the power early, use a bit of overtake, open the RS, and this puts us P2. This is a better lap compared to my first 2 laps in Q1. Right, as you can see here, We are 9th. We are technically on the stretch of being eliminated from this session. Let's go into our second lap. Still on old tyres, annoyingly. So let's push, let's try and make it to Q3. I'll speak to you after my lap. We seem to be 7th at the minute, so it kind of looks like people have bottled laps. As we are at the minute, bottling our lap. As we have gone, second a lap down. Let's just keep going and see if we can still keep and make it to Q3. Let's see how it looks at the end of this lap. On really bad tyres. Looks like we might make it. I'm not too sure at the minute though. Let's see what happens. Let's just pit it and let's see if we made it to Q2. We survived Q2 and made it into Q3. If we made it out of Q2 with really old tyres, then that is quite a good lap. Because that last lap really looked like it could have stopped us from getting into Q3. We survived Q2 by 2/10, which is a big lap. Oscar puts it on pole, beating Max Verstappen by more than just under half a tenth. The surprise is that Fernando Alonso has not made it to Q3, but his teammate Lance Stroll has, by over a second compared to him. Going on to our Q3 lap, I feel like we have to go on the new tyres, because these old tyres are really looking bad now. If we go over to them, they're on 33% wear after 9 laps, and that's pretty bad. So the new tyres are hopefully going to give us a really good lap. Let's go to it.
1:29.6. That's you into P2. You're currently on the front row. Nice work. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, so their best lap so far, 1:28.9. Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Verstappen, and we're in front of Leclerc, Piastri and Hamilton. The fastest lap at the moment, 1:28.9.
I've been muted this entire time. Right, moving on to our second and final lap of Q3. We are still ahead of Leclerc and still just behind Max. Let's quickly warm these tyres up, warm the brakes up. Right, there is a Ferrari in the pits. Here we go. Start. I will talk to you after our final lap of Q3 to see if we can beat Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen improves his time by 2/10, as we have gained 2/10. I think we need to gain at least a 10th and a half to be able to beat him. That was really bad through there. We lost the 10th in the final section, but we do make it onto the first grid. We do make it on to the front row in P2. Okay, so Max, obviously, the 2/10 quicker than me. We were 2/10 quicker than Perez, his teammate. Our teammate was 4/10 behind us. And Kevin Magnussen somehow made it into Q3. It's 10th. As you can see here now, with that Q qualifying session done and over with at Bahrain, we now can see that we are beating our rival with 2 out of 6, with the intensity still at regular. We gain no experience, we haven't gained anything. I think we've gained 400 plus on pace, which means we do gain a little bit of RTG. this is what we gained. Let's go to the race.
I'm kind of thinking we go all in.
I'm trying to... Right, guys, I'm trying... Before we get to this, I'm trying to find something where I say to the race weekend and have like a little noise behind it. Let me know in the comments what you think I could use as a little noise when I say to the race weekend, and then I'd play something like doo-doo-doo. Let me know in the comments below.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Sainz, Stroll, Magnussen, Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Bottas, Albon, Joe, Sargent, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Ocon, and Yuki Tsunoda. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, it's a new season, plenty of new opportunities, but I think I'm going to start with a question we may have asked last year as well. Can anyone stop Max Verstappen?
That's what they're hoping for. And that's what we're hoping for as well in some ways, because we don't want to see just one driver or one team running away with it this season like we had last year or even the years gone by in this sport. Can we get to see a two-way or even a three- or four-way fight throughout this race today? Fingers crossed we'll get that.
Right. Race strategy time. I'm really hoping that the one stop is still a possibility, because two stops are boring. Let's go, boom. So it has to be a two stop. So maybe soft, medium, medium, possible. Soft. Okay. The tyre wear on this seems to be pretty bad, so let's go medium, medium, hard. Let's go.
Okay, pull the clutch in, hold it there until the start. Let's build the revs up and hold them. Clutch out, we're green.
Okay. Alright guys, so while we're doing this formation lap, it seems like everyone's
so
on
our system
soft.
checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some loading to the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of this lap.
Yeah, well, it seems like everyone's on softs. I was thinking I can at least explain a few things to you guys. I'm using this microphone, and I'm wanting to hear your guys' feedback from what you think to my microphone. Also, what do you think is the best way for me, as one of the new YouTuber trying to get a microphone and a webcam, or at least a camera, so you can at least get a face cam on? What would you say is the best camera and the best microphone to be using as a YouTuber? Also, could you drop any things for me, tips for me to get used to, like racing, editing videos, just anything you guys would think? And let me know what you thought to the Monaco Grand Prix last weekend. So, yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why I wasn't able to do anything, but we aren't the only ones on mediums. Okay, that's good. Let's warm these up then. In this race, I'm really going to push Max Verstappen and try and have like a goal of P3 and above. I want to finish on the podium maximum. If I'm not on the podium, then it's been a bad race. So yeah, let's get podium as a goal. The best case scenario is a P1, which is where we beat this man up front. It's at the moment these days it's impossible, but at the minute this year it doesn't seem it. Alright. Let's line up on the grid, see what we can get. Let's get a good one for the start of the year.
Okay,
I'll take 0.4. Let's go. Let's start this race and let's go and smash it, baby.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed.
Once I got past turn 1 and the end of lap 1, I might start to talk to you guys. It's lights out. Away we go. As we get a bad start, and as you can see, you see that blue little dot there, guys? That's your drive. That's your rivalry with your teammate. As the club brakes so early, we get a little bit of front wing damage. As we are almost aside.
Mind that front wing is going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
As Alonso tried to make it down the side, so we had to go for a dive bomb on Hamilton as we get the position back. We are now behind Sainz, who's also on medium, so hopefully it helps us through. Let's check the wing damage. Hope it's not too bad.
With the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
So we do have
Tyre
damage.
condition still
It
looking
shows
good.
here we have minor damage. So what I'm going to do is do a few laps and see how it feels towards the end of the lap. Just do 2-3 laps, and if it starts to feel bad, I will pit and move on to the softs. And then go on to the mediums at the end. But let's try and stick with the pack with a slight bit of wing damage while they're on softs. As you can see now, Max Verstappen is starting to pull away, as you would realise these days. Max Verstappen is technically Erling Haaland at Man City, non-stop winning, non-stop scoring. Oh, that's new for the 2024 regulations. DRS opens lap 2. If you can see that blue dot now, I believe that is our teammates rivalry. So we have to beat him, I think. We're on to lap 2 now. I'm at P6 as we lost 3 positions due to the Claw. Okay, your last is it seems that the car didn't want to brake, and the signs broke so early as well.
This will have a major impact on performance unless you box for a new one.
This means we are going to have to box, and we are going to be at the back of the grid. So let's box. To used new mediums. Actually no, let's go into hards, and then we can finish on softs. We are now going side by side with Hamilton, because we have no downforce whatsoever. Now we are fully fighting Alonso and Hamilton. We are going to concede and let Hamilton and Alonso through, because since we are pitting, what's this lap?
Understood.
We are pitting this lap for new hard. Let's stroll through so we can pit. Come on guys, let's get a 2.2, let's get a really good pit stop. That's going to be like 7.7, yeah. Let's see what our gap is going to be once we come back out again.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Temperatures are back down to normal. The engine is on very high. Obviously the engine should be coming down.
Now, 2 stops remaining in this strategy.
Right. In this strategy, now we've gone into a new strategy. I'm going to pit lap 20 in new softs, and then go to the end on softs, or maybe the new mediums. Actually the mediums should do it, because they're more new compared to the softs. Let's go on a little push lap now. Let's push around for a few laps, and I'll come back to you once we catch up with the rest of the pack. I'll come back to you guys once I've caught up to the pack or someone pit. I'll come back to you. Wait. Yeah, so I'll be coming back to you guys once we catch up to Sonoda or people start to pit.
Okay, we're currently in the back. That's last place. Sonoda ahead. Okay, keep it. Eye on that gap ahead, please. 22.4 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. 27 laps to go. Ricardo ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 21.9 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time, 1 minute 36.0. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 21.8 seconds. Tyre condition still looking good. Copy. Confirmed. Got that, confirmed. Okay, copy that. Alright, we're last of the running cars right now. It's Ricardo ahead of you. Okay, gap to the car in front, 21.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. And 26 laps to go now. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, gap ahead, 19.9 seconds. Okay, Lando. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this. Okay, 25 laps of fuel left, 25 laps. really good job on hitting that target, mate. Nice work. Still a long way to go, though. And gap to the car in front, 17.4 seconds.
So a few laps later, we are catching up to the people ahead of us. We've caught up by at least 5 seconds so far on Ricardo. As I was saying, I'll come back to you as people are pitting or I'm starting to catch up. I thought, I'm not really catching up, so I thought I'd start to talk to you guys a bit more again on lap 7. And people started to pit. Oscar's in the pit. So, it's Perez. How far behind them are we going to be, or are we going to be able to get ahead of one of them? We are. How far behind are we on Perez? We are 1.4 seconds behind Perez and 3.1 seconds behind our teammate, Oscar.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds.
Ooh, that's right there. Can we at least try and get to Perez's DRS? We can use a bit of DRS for our help. We are 15.9 seconds on Ricardo.
Okay, we're currently in the back, that's the last place. Perez ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. And that's 6 laps until your pit window's open. Okay, 22 laps left.
Joe Guanyu is pitting. There are more drivers pitting, so hopefully we'll be able to make up some places now, if we are quick enough. We should be with this car. Use a bit of hot lap mode to try and make up some places, as we surely will do. As we do, are we able to get past Hamilton?
Or lift a little with gentle braking into corners to recharge it.
We have got DRS on Hamilton, and we have overtook a few little cars. As we go for a dive on Norris. It seems good. We couldn't make it off. But we did overcut 4 drivers so far. There's a possibility of a safety car, which would help us even more by getting us up further up the field. We still have DRS on Lewis. Let's try and keep that. Let's keep Stroll behind us. Keep a little gap through him. There you go. We are keeping Stroll behind, and we are still sticking in Hamilton's DRS. Use a bit of DRS to keep up with him.
Experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead and try to get past as soon as possible.
Go into hot lap mode for the main straight while we've got DRS. As Oscar Piastri sets another fastest lap, and then Perez behind.
Right,
as people are in the pits again.
6.3 seconds.
We are now up into the top 10 again after a couple of laps behind. Now we've basically just got to sit here and defend Stroll. Oh, Stroll takes off our wing again.
Mind that front wing, he's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
As he cuts the corner.
That's Stroll behind you.
Has he got any
Okay,
damage?
they're on old softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. And the time last lap, 1:55.1.
We will have to change the wing, but I'm not too sure when and where. So let's have a little check. Over the SE engineer, what the damage is.
Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Some minor. Only minor damage. As Stroll goes for another dive bomb. They're going to have to really push away from it now. Try and keep him out of the slipstream. Let's keep the inside. As they're going 3 wide with Stroll and Russell. We will concede the places as Gasly is here too. We'll go down to P11.
Okay, take it easy on the car.
Try
You can't
and keep back
sustain
up with
this
those
level of
ahead.
damage.
Maybe try and go for a move before the end of before one through these little sections. Maybe try a little dive bomb on Stroll here. Nice. A little bit of contact on the rear left,
Nice work,
rear
mate.
front,
That
and
puts you off a place.
our front tyres. We will go on the outside and try it. Leave it in enough space just to get through. As we still, we make the overtake on Stroll P10 around the outside and still get the DRS off of Gasly. As we are now getting more cars behind us and starting to catch up now. We need to get back into the DRS of Gasly. We will defend from Stroll. I believe Stroll will have to pit again.
Stroll
Let's see what this says.
This one a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. We think they've got 1 more stop. Time last lap, 1:34.8.
We will go for the dive one to try and keep the place.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
We will keep P9. We will defend, go to the right on Stroll as he tries to go around the outside. We will push him off track the best we can, keeping him off track. We will keep on the inside. We will try and keep the inside, leaving him enough space just to go. We will move one off track as we keep our P9. We are losing a lot of power because of this
Mind
damage
that
at the
front
moment.
wing, he's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Okay, we've still got another 15 minutes, okay, that should be fine. Let's go. Just try and keep this steady so we can keep Stroll behind us. And then once we can, we'll go for a pit stop and get this wing changed. going almost 3 wide. So Alonso does push his wide slightly. We will get the DRS on as well. Joe, we'll try and go on the outside.
Front wing damage and it's going to really cost us. So please, let's protect it and bring the car home.
We will keep our P9 as constantly to Stroll so we don't get the damage for the next 5 laps. Let's try and not get damage as the objective says. Let's do these 5 laps and then we will pit for the new wing and mediums. We will get the DRS on Joe and we will try and push to get the overtake done. If we're not close enough, we will not go for it. We're not close enough. We will keep behind him to keep saving some ERS up. And we will have to try and keep defending from Stroll at the same time.
Push now, we're boxing this lap.
We are apparently boxing this lap, but I will try and keep out for a little bit longer so we can get these, avoid damage for 5 laps. I'm going to stay out and try and not get the damage that apparently I can't get, because our objective is to avoid damaging your front wing for 5 laps. So what I'm going to do is stay out, do the next 3 laps, and then we will pit on lap 20 to change our front wing and get some softs on. But Stroll gets a good little bit of advantage, so we will have to defend from him. As we keep it a long way on the outside as we get the inside to the next corner. We'll keep our position for now.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance and speed.
I can't box this lap, Mark. I've got to do the lap thing. We will keep our position as best we can. This is a decent side-by-side race with the Aston Martins at the moment, as we still keep ahead of them.
Okay, be careful with the front wing. You've taken some minor damage.
We still have minor damage. Our tyres aren't looking too great at the moment. Let's try and burn some ERS to pull away from Stroll if we can, because his tyres should really be starting to die away now. His tyres should be wearing away, as they are very old.
Your last lap time, 1:35.0.
Let's try and get into the DRS of Joe, because we will be needing that DRS down this straight. Go into hot lap mode to try and defend from him.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Defend, 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 defend. Keep on the inside, keep the inside, keep the inside. Braking. No, that's it, nice. We will try and push back on Alonso now. Maybe have to go on the outside if we can. Let's try and keep up with him so we can maybe get an overtake on him on the main straight of sector 2. We will pit when the next car, when Stroll pits, since he is the main driver we are racing at the moment. I'm going to use Alonso to hopefully try and pull away from Lance, since Alonso's tyres are going to be much better than Stroll's right now, since he's on old softs. As we are starting to pull a gap, our teammate does pit again. But what does our teammate go on to? I'm going to pit too. Alonso doesn't pit, so we pit, and we will have to change the wing. Hopefully, even though with this wing damage, we can get out and have a good lap out. Good out lap. Come on, boys, hurry.
Okay,
go, 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 go.
That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres.
We will be fighting Magnussen and Stroll on the exit. We are now 2 seconds away from Magnussen. Let's try and push back. I will chat to you guys once I catch back up to Magnussen. So we are catching up to Magnussen here on this lap, on this outlap. So this is a very good outlap so far, as there is some more drivers in the pits. So we should be able to overtake a few. We probably won't be able to take many, we'll be able to take some. We will get Bottas, we can maybe get Ocon if we're lucky. Do not get Ocon because we have to concede the position due to where he was on the track at the time. We'll have to go around the outside since he covers off the inside. And we will stick the position.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going.
Next up is Albon. We can probably go for a little dark ball on here. No, it's not worth it because of damage. Maybe onto this corner. If we're lucky enough. Yes, 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 yes. Really overtake on the inside of the hard corner of turn 11.
Okay, this is good. You're catching the car ahead. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1 minute 32.0.
At the moment, I've only got enough room for 3 more minutes of this recording, so if this recording does suddenly end, I will let you know what happens, and I will probably try and predict and put in the comments of this video where I actually did end up finishing. If this recording ends before the race end, I will try and get a little outro in before it does end, so that you guys don't feel like I've not done an outro. And I will put what happened in the comments and the description of this video, what happened in this race.
Engine's running very hot. Engine very hot. Let's try and pull out from behind the car in front and cool things down.
So we've got 2 more minutes left on this, and if there's a minute left and we are nowhere near finishing the race, I will try and give you guys a little outro before we do, and put in the comments and the description what ended up happening in this race, just for you guys. Because I feel like that's what I need to be doing. So we've got a minute left, and I'll try and do one with a minute left. I'll do one in a moment, guys.
Approach to the pit window, you're going to be on softs.
And I'll let you know if I do the objective and where I finish on track in the comments and the description of the video, and I will leave you guys with an outro now. So if you have enjoyed the first episode and the first episode of just showing you guys all the new features, let me know. And this race, in the next race at Saudi Arabia, I will try and make it through the full race for you guys. I will put in the comments below the video and in the description of the video where we finished in this race, if we did the objective, and what ended up happening with the standings so far. If you enjoyed, like the video, comment down below what else you would like to see.